going on, Jerome's Monday Night Football? It's going to be the first chapter of the intra-division rivalry between the crooked Chicago Bears and 2024 number 1 overall pick Caleb Williams and J. McCarthy of the Minnesota Vikings, number 10 overall pick in 2024. And I mean, ideally, as I've said a bunch of times, I'm a quasi-USC fan, so every single snap of Caleb Williams out there in LA, and also I'm rooting for him, because the Bears can't be this cursed at quarterback, right? Just never had a 4,000-yard passer, and it's a place where quarterbacks go to die, and it just I feel like he could finally break the trend. Just finally screw the system, screw the Bears, and be like, my talent can rise above this, right? And I've always rooted for Caleb Williams, but I've said a bunch of times before, he's either going to be a top 5 quarterback or he's going to be out of the league in 5 years, right? There's no scenario where he becomes Ryan Tannehill. Right, it's just not going to happen. It's very boomer bust, high variance. And JJ McCarthy, Chicagoland kid, all the storylines coming home on Monday night. 200 to 250 of his friends and family in attendance. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And this could be a NFC North matchup for many years to come, right? But of course, it always goes down to the whole barroom conversation. Who would you rather have, Caleb Williams or JJ McCarthy? 1 year in, and yes, JJ McCarthy didn't play last year, and I feel like, obviously a little biased, but I feel like the debate is worth having, right? And, going back to college, who said Caleb Williams is a pride of UC, Heisman Trophy winner. Well, Heisman Trophy winner only with Jordan Addison. He was kind of Garbaggio after that. But especially his last season, USC just was not very good, right? The defense was terrible. Offensive line was bad. Oh, but he had Brendan Rice. Cool. And JJ McCarthy, of course, 23-1 as a starter, national champion, all that stuff. But of course, Caleb was putting up the insane Heisman Trophy numbers. JJ McCarthy seen as more of that game manager, but Caleb definitely more playing hero ball, definitely playing off script, definitely just getting it done on his own. And JJ McCarthy, ultimate team player, working within the framework of the offense. Yep, could have gone somewhere else and put up insane numbers, but did do it. It's perfectly fine. Then Caleb was number 1 overall. JJ McCarthy number 10. I feel like, especially with the revisionist history already been written 1 year in, I feel like at the end of the day it's going to be like Ryan Poles and the Bears were completely pressured into taking Caleb Williams. They didn't have a chance to look at Jaden Daniels or Drake May or JJ McCarthy. But it's just since Caleb Williams, ever since he was a sophomore, he's number one pick. He was anointed. I'm sure we'll see that. And Caleb actually had a pretty solid rookie season. Didn't have 4,000 passing yards. Yeah. But especially with the mess with Eberflus and Waldron and Thomas Brown, it's just he did what he could. And the Bears, they tried to do what they can this offseason, tried to revamp that offensive line, trading for old-ass Joe Thuney, trading for Jonah Jackson, who can't pass block, signing Drew Dahlman, who can't pass block either. But hey, can the Bears' offensive line pass block? No, but there's a lot of them, and it costs a lot. Sure, whatever there. And then it comes down to coaching. All right, the Vikings having Kevin O'Connell, and the Bears having Ben Johnson. Whatever. Right? Ben Johnson's offensive innovator because he had Jared Goff pretend to fall down once. Cool. But you know it's going to be. Kevin O'Connell, certified quarterback whisperer. Ben Johnson. Hey, Ben Johnson. Good job with Jared Goff. Good job with Jared, developing the former number 1 overall pick who went to a Super Bowl with the Rams and then lost to Brian Flores, by the way. Hey, really good job coordinating an offense that had Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon St. Brown and Sam Laporta and David Montgomery, as well as Penei Sewell. Good job. Yeah, we'll see how he does as a head coach. But Kevin O'Connell, as we've seen, definitely can get the best out of his quarterbacks, especially as you look at the best of Kirk Cousins. You look at Sam Darnold last season, got paid with Seattle. It's good to go, right? And also, let's not discount. I think we forget. We don't forget. Caleb Williams. Just find you someone who looks at you like Caleb Williams looks at Kevin O'Connell. That's right. All right. And, of course, going back to May, excerpt from Seth Wickersham's book, that the Caleb Williams as dad were actively trying to stay away from Chicago because that's literally the place where quarterbacks go to die, trying to find their way to Minnesota, but just couldn't do it. Could not do it. Just after me and Kevin McConnell, the love is certainly there, right? And of course, yesterday, the Caleb Williams hit piece, which, all right, so whenever there's like these huge like exposés, whether it's in your favor, whether it's not in your favor. Well, this one has direct attributable quote, so I feel like that's better. Yeah. But even like with a piece with anonymous sources where it's very clear who the anonymous sources are, take everything with a grain of salt. But basically, the Tyler Dunn piece yesterday just completely summed up that the Bears' first season with Caleb Williams is just a disaster on so many levels, and the coaches were to blame, Poles is to blame, Caleb was a little bit to blame, everyone, right? But just the whole, I don't know, like with Williams, there's been so much smoke, even before he came into league, that there's probably a little bit of fire in terms of just drama, in terms of dysfunction, and it just seems to follow him. Like even going back to Oklahoma and USC, is he a diva? Maybe. Who else is a diva? Most high-end quarterbacks. But you put up with it because they're talented, right? And this whole thing about, he sashayed away. It's such a great word. He sashayed away. It's great. But just not responding to coaches and just sort of rolling his eyes, turning his back on him. It's whatever. I still think that there's so much talent with Caleb Williams that it's something that you put up with. But on the other side of the coin, like, what's the drama with JJ McCarthy? Oh, he likes to meditate out in the woods. Is that the drama? I don't know. But it's like, it's sort of like a risk-reward spot. Because, like I said, Caleb Williams could be a top 5 quarterback. He could be out of the league. He could be the best quarterback in the USFL, right? Or NFL Europe. They need to bring that back. But with McCarthy, there's never been a hint of drama. Like, the drama is that he lives at the facility. Like, him and Max Brosmer, we're all stars now in the Bro Show. Plus, with McCarthy, the fan base isn't really split. Like, there isn't besides maybe Max Brosmer's parents and maybe some hardcore Gopher fans, are like, there's no one saying, like, JJ McCarthy should be replaced by Max Brosmer. Almost the entire Chicago Bears fan base are split between Caleb Williams and recently extended backup Tyson Badgett, the pride of Shepherd. Woo. I don't know if that's something. Could be nothing. Who knows? But McCarthy, it just doesn't seem like there's any drama. The arm talent is certainly there. His relationship with Kevin McConnell is on point. The weapons are fantastic, and I feel like the vibes are immaculate. And I know it's weird saying, it's like, hey, I'd rather have J.J. McCarthy over the last year's number 1 overall pick, even though McCarthy's never taken an NFL snap, but it is what it is. Like, I feel like with Caleb, like, it's definitely boom or bust. We're either going to ride or die, and I'm leaning towards the latter at this point. And McCarthy, specifically in this situation, because I feel like you have to factor that in too, given the Vikings with Kevin O'Connell and the weapons, Kwesi, the infrastructure, as well as the plan. What's the plan with the Bears? I feel like the plan with the Bears is sort of a poor version of what the Vikings are doing with McCarthy, right? You have your starting quarterback on his rookie deal. You tried to build the Avengers around him, and the Bears, they tried so hard but got so far. But in the end, doesn't even matter. Also, you look teammates-wise, you look how J.J. McCarthy is talked about by Justin Jefferson, Hawkinson, Adam Jerome, Ezekiel Thielen, Harrison Smith. Basically, all of his teammates are going to bat for Aaron Jones. All of his teammates are going to bat for J.J. McCarthy. The Bears, with Caleb, like, yeah, current teammates saying all the right things, but anonymous quotes, former teammates, Keenan Allen sort of circuitously talking about Caleb Williams. I don't know. Like, even going back to USC as well as Oklahoma, where's Lincoln Riley pulling a Jim Harbaugh saying that Caleb Williams is the greatest quarterback he's ever coached, huh? Where is that? Like Harbaugh is doing for McCarthy. I don't know. It's just like, how many of his teammates would go to his birthday party? I feel like McCarthy would have that Chili's at capacity. Caleb Williams, I don't know. So I'm kind of leaning McCarthy. Well, not leaning. I am in a McCarthy. Again, sight unseen. no home inspection. I'm buying J.J. McCarthy over Caleb Williams at this point in time. And with Williams, it's much more about him being with the Bears than anything else. And hey, it's okay. It's okay. In a couple of years after Ben Johnson by November is going to bench Caleb Williams for Tyson Bagent, saying that Bagent gives his team the best chance to win. Half the Bears fan base is going to rejoice. And then Caleb, I mean, maybe he'll stick around Chicago next year as a backup, but eventually by 2027, his fourth year of his rookie deal, he'll be cut or traded. He'll be let go, but he'll find his way to be the Vikings backup. It'll be J.J. McCarthy. It'll be we're all stars now in the Bros show, and then Caleb Williams. That's okay. Come to the Kevin O'Connell Center for Quarterbacks Who Can't Throw Good and want to learn to do other stuff good as well. It's going to be fantastic. But as of right now, again, it sounds weird. Absolutely sounds weird that you're going to take the number 10 overall pick who hasn't taken an NFL snap versus the number 1 overall pick where, again, there's so much smoke around Caleb Williams that there's got to be fire somewhere. Right? It's just drama, nuance. I don't know. It just seems like him and Ben Johnson are going to butt heads and it's never going to work out. Right? Whereas J.J. McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell, I feel like this is like True Detective season 1. Like this is Woody Harrelson. This is Matthew McConaughey. All right. This is just absolute bliss and a symphony that will never be replicated ever again. Even though they tried. I don't know, man. Anyways, who you got? Caleb Williams or J.J. McCarthy? I think I got J.J. Yeah. Listen to your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.